Yo guys, what's going on? Blossom's back and welcome back to another episode of Top Drives. We have a new update 22.1. Here's an interesting thing. The last update, right, ENW, was 21. How many versions of update 21 did we get before the next update came around? That's a question for you guys. So obviously there was like an update 21.1, then 0.2, then 0.3, then 0.4. How many decimals did we get to before it went to 22? I don't know if there's a correlation, but let's say that ENW went up to 21.5 before 22.0 came out. Would this mean that, American Overdrive would go from 22.0 to 22.5 before update 23 comes out? Look, this is all very, superficial guesses, but I still think it's kind of interesting nonetheless. So if anybody knows how many versions of update 21 we got, let me know in the comments below. But anyway, Overloaded, we got a brand new update. What is this about? Some pretty big stuff, if you ask me. Racing objectives. It's about time. We're very pleased to reveal racing objectives, our latest big feature for Top Drives. Complete daily tasks to earn racing points, collect racing points to progress in objective ladder to earn more prizes. This is the entire shtick of Hutch's approach for Top Drives, isn't it? It's making you do something, and when you do something else. As in, like, think about it this way, right? You log into the game, you get some cash, then you get another token. Hutch loves their tokens from Top Drives, okay? All kinds of different tokens. You watch one ad, you get some cash, you get another token. Then you get those tokens, and you can use them to get even more cash on top. It's like the challenges. They love the token system, don't they? It's like, play a challenge to get a token to enter another challenge that gives you a token for another challenge. Like, that's literally what's going on with not the coast to coast one, but the American Overdrive trials. You're literally playing a challenge to get tokens to get you the packs. They get you more tokens for something going on in the future. They love their tokens. Oh my goodness. Let's have a look at some of these, right? Daily objectives. Log into the game. Yep, easy. That's like a free 300. Watch one ad. Okay. The grammar is wrong. Ads. Watch one ads. Play 15 event matches, right? What's going on with the typos here? And win 10 events as well. So that's kind of cool. Like, I can't wait to see more of these. Maybe an interesting one like fully upgrade and ultra, and obviously that will get you a little bit more cash. I think what a lot of people might say is that they're being a little bit stingy on the cash. I would kind of agree that, getting 300 here, 500 there is really comical. But one thing that we do need to realize is that we never had this daily objective thing in Top Drives before. So even if they were giving out like 2 cash per challenge, that's 2 cash more that you would get with this new racing objectives thing than if you didn't have it. You know what I mean? Like, imagine you only got 2 cash for logging into the game. Yeah, I mean, most people will think, yeah, that's useless, that's nothing. But I mean, now when we log into the game, when we play Top Drives today, we don't get anything, but like if they gave us 2 cash, we'd be 2 cash richer. Obviously that's dumb. It's 300 here, which is cool. And then obviously we get a little bit more cash. If you get everything done, you get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. So that's like what? That's 10,000 cash. That's okay. That's like 1/3 of a ceramic pack, right? And a final prize of an aluminum. So let's say that this was daily objectives, and I think they are daily objectives. I hope that you can go through all these tiers in one day. That means that you're getting about 10K a day. So if you just complete all your objectives for 3 days, you should be getting enough cash to get you a ceramic pack from just doing daily objectives, which is pretty nice every 3 days, right? The objectives for Top Drive span past, current, and future initiatives aim at enhancing the experience for players at different stages of their journey, beginning with a core goal of providing tailored experiences for new, veteran, and returning players. Here's the interesting thing. It would be nice if there were different racing objectives for different kinds of players. Here's the thing, touch if you're watching. Give out 3 different levels of racing objectives, right? Like maybe the player can choose when they log into the game, oh, do you want the new player racing objectives today? Or do you want the intermediate player racing objectives today? Or do you want the advanced version? And maybe like if you choose the advanced version, you have to do more, but you get more cash. So let's say, for example, for new players, this is the regular one. You win 10 matches and you get 500. But maybe if you click advanced, it's like win 50 matches and you get like maybe 4,000 or something like that. I mean, that's just an idea. That'll be pretty cool though. I think so. Now moving on. Initially, daily objectives were introduced in mid 2023. See, I never knew any of this because they always do the new implementations for newer players. So if you're an advanced player like myself, you don't even know that these things are going on. Even on my second account, my Gawum's account, because I started it a long time ago, it doesn't undergo all these new implementations as well. So like, I feel like if you really want to know the new player experience in top drives, I would need to make another Gawum's account starting literally today. You know what I mean? But I just can't be bothered to do that. Presently, the team is introducing daily objectives, now dubbed racing objectives. So we talked about that already. They'll offer repeatable daily tasks. That's what I like, repeatable daily tasks. I just hope that they're not too mundane, you know, like pretty simple stuff like log into game and play 15 matches. But I'll be honest with you, I'd rather pay to win the hell out of this game. I don't want to watch any ads. I hate the ads that I get. And I don't want to watch one ad every day. It's such a waste of my time. And they tell you that the ads are 30 seconds, but it's such a lie. It's not 30 seconds. The video is 30 seconds. And then it goes to like the download page. And then on the download page, you have to wait like another 5 seconds before you can click the X button. It's so stupid. I hate it. I don't need to watch ads. I'd rather just pay Hutch cash. Anyway, looking ahead, the near future, we'll see the introduction of seasonal objectives. So that's pretty cool. So I've been playing a lot of Overwatch lately. I'm kind of surprised I'm even saying the sentence because Overwatch should have died like many months ago. But anyway, in Overwatch, obviously they have a brand new season and they're bringing new maps and new heroes and characters. And yeah, they're basically challenges that take, you know, maybe a couple months to complete or maybe just a week to complete. They also have weekly challenges in Overwatch. And obviously it takes a longer time to complete the challenges, but the prizes are going to be a lot higher as well. So yeah, I think for seasonal objectives, I think they'll be harder. Maybe it's like upgrade or fully upgrade 3 new update epics or something like that, and then you might hopefully get a carbon fiber out of that. Maybe some types of objectives we will have focus on competing certain events, completing rounds and challenges, as well as upgrading, fusing current card. Well, there you go. As you can see, I'm reading this for the first time because what I just said they kind of answered here already. Finally, in the distant future holds the prospect of timeless objectives, rewarding players for various milestones in their top drives journey, including card collection and participation in future initiatives. That's interesting. In terms of timeless objectives, it would be great if one of the objectives were, own a car that is over 2,000 days old. I have a couple cars in my garage that have surpassed the 2,000 day mark, I believe. Definitely 1,000. I'm pretty sure it surpassed. We'll check that in top drives later, but I think my oldest car is probably 2,300 days, something like that. 7+ years, right? Yeah, I mean, I hope that they recognize that, and I don't need to get another car for 2,300 days or for 1,000 days at the start of whenever Timeless Objectives comes out. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We got a collection series coming up. This one's gonna be shit, I guarantee you. I don't think a lot of people are gonna like this. Crush the asphalt of our latest collection series, Heavy Metal. I mean, the nice thing is this one actually seems to make sense. I don't think they can really mess up in terms of the car pool. 2024 will feature some of the heaviest cars in top drives. Guys, the heaviest cars in top drives, think about it, are your Bentleys. There are going to be some electric cars in there. It's not going to be things that people like to collect for the most part. So have fun, right? I think that's going to be a pretty shitty pack. Season prize cars also looking pretty underwhelming, at least for an advanced player. I think if you are a intermediate or a newer player, okay, for a newer player, this wouldn't mean anything because you wouldn't win it. But I guess for an intermediate player, this would be fun for you. A Mazda RX Vision and a Radical RX-3. I don't care about these two. I really don't. 2798, 3097. I think these two cars, their top speed is way too low for it to be competitive with anything at all. Yeah, I'm a pass, honestly. They're both also very similar. They're both just, twisty track cars. There's no off-road car or dragster or anything like that. It's just, they're very similar. I don't know. It's a dime a dozen. So yeah, I don't really care about that. Car image updates is next. In this update, we're improving 150 car images across two brands, Audi and Aston Martin. We aim to bring consistency to car images in the game, and there's more to come. And it seems like they're kind of doing it in alphabetical order. So they might start with Aston and Audi, and then they might move on to like Bentley and something else that might start with B. I can think of Benz, but that's under Mercedes. But yeah, that's pretty nice. And the pretty interesting thing is that, for example, the DBS Superleggera came from Great Exhibition. And Great Exhibition brought like some of the nicest photos and top drives at the time. So if they make those Great Exhibition photos even better, that's gonna be really, really nice. We got these test tracks roll out as well, but that's kind of irrelevant for most of us. I don't know whose account this is, but that's 27,000 gold. It's kind of nice. But anyway, yeah, I don't know whose account this is. But it's not going to affect most of us because we're all advanced players, or most of us are probably not, 100% beginner players. So we're not going to have the test tracks done. Like, everything's going to be done. I don't even know what the prizes are. They kind of look like, from their design, they look like they're common packs. I don't know. Like, it just looks gray. I don't see any green or gold, which is usually what the ceramic packs look like. We got Nighttime in New York coming out, which is pretty cool. I would love just different times, I guess, for all kinds of tracks, like a nighttime G-force or a nighttime drag. It just adds some variation, which is pretty nice. Then we have some performance improvements as well, but we don't need to care about that. Everyone's gonna get 60 FPS now, so congratulations. But let's move on to the actual game. Also, I'm just hanging on a thread here. Really want to just stay. I really want that Cadillac, man. We talked about that in yesterday's video. I really want the Cadillac CT5, but that's besides the point. By the time you see this video, I would have already won whatever the prize car is, whether I stayed in tier 1 or I went down to get this Sierra. I hope not, because I already have 2 of those. But anyway, let's look at those new photos, right? Let's have a look at those new photos. So I'm going to start off with Aston Martin. Let's go with that. So yeah, there's no new photos. They're just recropped. But it's nice to see that you can see the entirety of a lot of these cars now. The Aston Martin Vantage, what was already a very beautiful photo, has gotten much better because you can see the entire thing. The Vulcan looks really good. The Aston Martin 177, a bit strange though. It's a bit low, isn't it? I don't know. There's a lot of blank, empty space on the top of the photo. What else is brand new? I don't think they changed much with the Aston C's. I think this changed a little bit. Like, they zoomed out a little bit. That's a beautiful photo, regardless. The Aston Martin Rapide is zoomed out. You can see the entire thing. Some other good ones is the Bertone. Yeah, finally, I'm actually really glad that they zoomed out on this because I never knew that this was an estate until I turned the card around. When this was added to the game, I never knew it was an estate until I turned the card around. So now you can visually see it's an estate, because when it was cropped out and I didn't know much about this car, I kind of just, in my head, I just oh yeah, it's probably a saloon. It's not. And now looking at the back, it's kind of weird, to be honest. It looks like an elongated hatchback, which is what some wagons are, but this one just more so the case. And I think that's because it has that space in the trunk. Its booty is protruding. This zoomed out. Thank God for that, because the Vantage had a really terrible crop in the past. You couldn't see the entire thing, and now you can, which is gorgeous. DB3S, you can see the entirety of that as well. And yeah, Aston Martin, it feels the same, but also different at the same time. I think one of the cars that benefited the most is the DB5. What was a wonderful photo is way better now because you can see the entirety of the car, as well as the DBS. Now let's look at the other brand that benefited from the photo changes. It's Audi. We're going to all cars because I am missing a couple of Audis here and there. So you can see, if you own the R18, you can see your long boy. The R10 TDI, this didn't get any changes, I believe. I think that always stayed the same. What were some Audi photos that were really, really bad? What's cool though is that they even recropped the World Expo photos, like the one on this R8 LMX. World Expo already brought really good photos, but they kind of just made them slightly better, which I'm all in for. It's great. This is wonderful. There are also some photos that got like slight saturation changes, so like the colors just look a lot more in your face now. One of the ones I think is a great example of that is this one right here, the Audi RS6 Plus. It's just a lot more blue now. Like, it's just so much more saturated. Another one that they added is this one, the RS2 Avant. Like, this is so saturated now. I guess it's an acquired taste. I feel like some people might like that, some people may not. I like it. I think it's cool. I tend to add these edits into my thumbnails from time to time as well. So yeah, I don't mind. I think it's really cool. I almost said dope. I don't want to say dope. That's a bit cringe. But yeah, it's cool in my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about that. What are the Audis? What other Audis were suffering from really bad photos? The S3, it always looked like an estate when it was zoomed in too much, but now you can, definitely see it is not. It is a hatchback. You can see the entire thing, which is pretty nice. The Audi S2 Coupe looks a lot nicer as well with that full photo that you can see. The Audi S6 Avant with a second photo change. Obviously, it got an entire picture change, and then in this one, they just zoomed it out. You get to see the entirety of the 3.2 Quattro now, because in the past, the entire butt, I think, was like cropped out. So yeah, it's nice, subtle improvements, and this is definitely one of those things that I'm really happy Hutch is doing. In the long run, I think this will just make the game look really nice. It will make it look nicer from a design standpoint. So we worked on Aston, or they worked on Aston and they worked on Audi. So I guess in the future we might see some changes to maybe Alpha. Alpha has a lot of wonderful photos already, so I don't think they're in much of a need for changes right now. Maybe just a zoom out on this GT would be pretty nice. But for the most part, the other photos are like, this is fine. They don't really need to zoom out on this, in my opinion. I think that's fine. It only covers the rear wheel. Like, it's not too bad. Changes on Bentley as well, maybe. How many Bentleys have pretty bad photos? This one's really in your face. Yeah, that needs a photo change. That needs a photo change. That needs a photo change. I know that this is also covering the rear wheel, but I guess when the car is in motion, it brings up a different story. This definitely needs a photo change. That's terrible, right? That's okay. I think this actually got a photo change. Like, they already zoomed out on that one already. This needs a photo change too, but I don't really mind that. It looks kind of nice. Yeah, that needs a photo change. That's kind of terrible. And I'm glad that this got a picture change as well. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today. That's what to expect from the brand new update if you haven't updated already. And they changed something in the item leaderboards. I don't even remember why, and I don't think they have those racing objectives out yet because I can't find them on the menu screen. So anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about everything. Hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe, wash your hands, wash them out. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly, got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly, got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bonneville Pontiac. Hold tight all night, cruise to Jack.